Welcome to my jungle guide on carrying 3 boosted losing laners. And if you're wondering, Kirei, I cannot win because they're so bad, you'll learn exactly how to carry them. You will learn how to carry 3 losing lanes, which fights are good and bad, how to abuse tempo, how to correctly play for objectives. I've played the game for 14 years and I can tell you exactly what you need to do to carry them. Let's begin. Alright guys, in this game I'm going to show you what happened, how I fell behind and how I came back, okay? I fell behind, basically enemy team got some nice juicy kills and my laners now are cooked. Basically my laners are now like crying and they're like, oh my god, can we already go next? But because I understand how to play with losing lanes, it's so easy to come back. My laners were behind, like I'm telling you, very behind. My mid lane was like against a smolder brother, you're getting solo killed. Sucks. Anyway, my bot lane was dying to some ganks, and my top lane is playing Fiddlesticks top lane. So, it didn't go too well. So, in the end, I finished 10, 1, 11, even though we were behind. But let's show you first how we fell behind, and let's get to it. So, in the end, what ended up happening is that the Ivern cheesed me. This creature actually took my camps, and I did not have a blue buff anymore. So, now I'm homeless. So now I'm looking for a gank and I'm like, okay, Golden Twisted Fate. My team was slightly lagging and they didn't really want to go in. So we missed an opportunity here. What ended up happening here is that I was like, okay, let me wait for the crab here. But I don't have ball priority here. But because my champion is quite strong, I was thinking, do I want to fight here? Because Jinx, Zeal, and Kha'Zix should be surely stronger than Ivern, Twisted Fate, and Senna. So here, instead of me running away, I was like, alright, let's fight. And instead of me focusing on, of course, the backline here, I decided to go on the Senna. Now I get exhausted, I get a bit slowed down, and my Zealand is really trolling because he's hitting the wrong target. But in the end, my Silas managed to come as well. We managed to win, so it wasn't too bad actually. But now, what ended up happening is the following. My laners continued getting solo killed, and they just died on repeat. They literally just couldn't stop dying, and at some point, we even fell more behind. So the next turning point is that right now I decided to go for Drake, which is right here, because I was homeless. And what ended up happening is that after I take a Drake, I don't want to fight, right? I'm very low HP. So I just want to sneak a Drake here, I want to leave. So this is basically like just showing like how I fell behind for you guys to see. But then I'm going to break down how I come back. And this is where it begins. So right here, my Jinx died, my Silas jumped in, and I'm very low HP and I don't want to fight. The mentality you want to have if you have losing lanes. This is the only death I have, okay? And I'm going to show you how to carry losing lanes because you have to play clean. And you have to do the following, okay? Which is essentially 1. Give objectives and get tempo to get more gold and XP and ganks. 2. If enemy jungler is not there, look for ganks when laners overextend. 3. Keep good jungle tracking. I'm going to break it down, but let's continue. You can see here, my Silas goes in. I don't give a shit. I will let him die, and I will get tempo. When I say I get tempo, the worst thing that can happen if you have losing lanes is that you join that fight, you die, you don't clear your camps, and you're not even ahead in tempo. Whenever your laners, okay, are actually like this, the enemy laners will play aggressive. If you have losing lanes, the problem is that you cannot die or you cannot match enemy when it's bad. You need to get tempo over the enemy team somehow, and either by sacrificing your laners and then look for a good opportunity. So right now, do you see how Ivern is now channeling his base? I'm already walking out of base. So now let's say that if the enemy top laner is playing aggressive, I can maybe kill him. If their bot lane is playing aggressive, I can kill him. If their mid lane is playing aggressive, I can kill him. But here's the thing. You don't really want to gank top lane here if you have your camps spawning. You want to gank laners when you ideally finish your camps and then if it's a free kill. Because you want to respawn your camps as soon as possible. What's the point of killing top lane here if let's say that Ivern just plays around bot and my bot lane is continuously getting pushed in? It's not going to help you win a game. You still need to farm up and get gold and XP and then get kills. Because if your laners are behind and you only get a kill which doesn't give you much XP, it is very bad. So that's why you really need to continue farming and not neglect that, okay? So look here, I'm just farming. The Ivern here decided to invade me here, and I decided to not go top lane. And another reason why you don't want to gank top lane if your camps are up, if you actually go for a gank, you will lose your bot side camps, which you even fall more behind. And because your laners are behind, you cannot even invade the enemy team. So don't gank if your laners are behind. Like, if your camps are up, okay? If your camps are up. So now, because I have good tempo, I didn't go for any random play here. Now, how do you know if this fight is good or bad? I see Senna bot lane, I see smaller mid lane, I see Silas far away. But essentially, I'm playing Kha'Zix against Ivern. I know for sure this fight is good, because even if the enemy supports come to me here, it's a 2v2, worst case. So I'm more than happy taking this, okay? Now I'm like, okay, let me farm up. And the enemy team wants to kill my Jinx here. So now I'm like, okay, what are they doing? They just die here. Just so you know, this is Diamond Elo, Diamond Master. This fundamentals applies for every single Elo. But now, essentially, we came to the part about now cross-mapping when behind and look for a kill. So this is the section we're at now, okay? Because when you're behind, remember what I said before, give objectives for gold, NXP, and ganks. I am completely fine giving this objective, getting my item power spike, and then look for tempo and look for any place that I can when he's doing an objective. And remember, you see here how I'm still jungle tracking? I'm doing the 1, 2, 3, which is, well, cross-mapping and pinging my laners to play safe. And if enemy jungler is not there, look for gank. And now, do you see how my camps are now down? Now I'm down to look for a play. If my camps were up, I would not look for the top lane play here. And now as well, this is just how to gank. But do you see this wave here? Phil6 can hold the wave here. And Gwen will walk up to make sure he cannot freeze. People do this once you're in high elo. Look here. If Phil6 just stands here, the wave will be in a bad position for the Gwen, right? So I already know that he wants to go for the next wave. So I know as well that this bush here could be warded here. So I'm like waiting for him to put a commitment and walk forward. Because think about it, if he walks forward here, he's not gonna look me in the map. If you watch from my early game course, the gank execution, you know what I mean. But if I go for gank here, I would cut off his escape path. I want him to go forward so he doesn't look me in the map. And because I have crowd control, he's dead. Now Phil6 doing a very good job pressing W. Because what does it do? It makes him let down his guard, right? He thinks he can go for a trade because it's a positive trade. And now I go for him, I cut off his escape path. Boom, a free kill. But do you see how patient I was? And it was still close, by the way, because my laners are not strong. But do you see how close it was? Despite the execution being perfect. And here's the deal. A lot of you guys would have probably just like walked on this bush here, not assuming there's a ward already. What would I have done if this is warded? I would just clear the ward and I would just probably back off. But I know that this bush could be warded. So I always think there's a ward before I gank. Would you rather go for gank instantly, have like a 60% chance, or wait 5 to 10 seconds and have like an 80%? I hope we have the right answer to that, which is the 80%. Now, I said before, right, we're looking for cross map when behind and look for a kill. That is what I just did. When I say cross map, the grips is in the same area, but basically give objective for a kill. And now, of course, what's the next thing on the menu here? Now my job is to do the following, which is jungle track and look for Drake till 12 minute 20. So all my camps are up. I'm low HP. I cannot help my laners. If my camps are up, I will take them no matter what. So if I think my bot lane can die here, I should ping. Oh, there we go. There we go. Do you see how like I'm pinging ding ding? Because, well, my top lane's dead. My Silas is in base. The only laner that can die is my bot lane. So before they do anything funny, I'm reminding them, please don't fight. Because I am not helping them. If my camps are up, I will almost always take my farm. And I just ping them, play safe. Ooh, you see here, they took the grubs. Instead, I get tempo. So now, because I have tempo right, I now know that if their laners ever play aggressive, I can punish them. But like I said, my objective is to basically look for the Drake. And then I said, okay, I said before as well, give objectives if you're behind. But when I say look for Drake, right, I basically mean that I'm looking for any opportunities to kill them. If for some reason I cannot and I can't win the fight, I'll just give the Drake. So here you see, I'm trying to catch the Twist Fate in rotation here because, you know, he has to go back to bot lane. He either has to walk like this or he walks like this. So if he doesn't show here, I will walk like this. But no matter what, I'm going to intercept his pathing. So now we're going for a fight here, but as a fight here, why do I think I don't want to continue here? Do you see how bot lane is missing? Knowing their bot lane is missing, knowing my Silas now half HP, knowing that Smolder is still like 4-0 by the way, look at his HP, I don't want to fight here. So I'm not wasting time, I'm just like, you know what, I'm not fighting. I'm just gonna get tempo and I'll wait for my next best opportunity. The idea is still to look for the Drake, okay? But I am not doing the Drake here. For obvious reasons. My mid lane's very low. And if the Ivern were to contest me here, I'm cooked. And just so you know, Ivern counters Kha'Zix. So it's a bad matchup for me. So now I can see, I'm just sitting here, seeing if I can chunk anyone. But I cannot. But if I can kill the Daisy, it's really good. And now, you see, I'm just picking him back. When I say my goal is to play for Drake, is to look for a pick. If I can't look for a pick, I'll clear my camps. And if Ivern goes for, let's say, a troll play on mid lane, I can maybe kill their bot lane. And now you see, as I'm farming, I am just jungle tracking, hoping my laners survive here. And I'm just omega chilling here, okay? Now, if Ivern is on the Drake here maybe, which I'm not sure about, because you see I was looking for it, I could maybe beat them up, because Ivern cannot do Drake without Daisy. Will I do the Drake here? Yes, because I see Senna very low HP. So I'm like, okay, surely we can take the Drake, because Senna has low HP. Like, the Ivern has no ultimate, and I have ult advantage. For that reason, I'm confident to do the Drake here, knowing that Senna's low, and Ivern has no ult. But do you see this as well, okay? I instantly drop the Drake here. The moment there's a fight mid lane, look at me. I instantly drop it. Do you know why? If their bot lane here tries to come to us, if we just completely send it here, Smolder should have died before they can get here. So right now I'm trying my best to send it here. You see, I'm flashing in. But now Smolder flashed out. The thing is that my Jinx got rooted here, so I didn't have any follow-up, but I knew as well I'd seen an ultimate. But do you see how their bot lane here is not even in the fight yet? Even though they arrived, I can just exit here. My Jinx was a bit unlucky that he got cooked, but I think my Sylas screwed up as well by not posturing in the top side. Because right here what should happen, right, is that we all, literally all, stand around this area and just keep going forward. So that way their laners can't catch up to us. So if my Sylas actually kept walking here, and I'm like resurrecting, I can tell you that Ivern cannot do what he's doing. If Sylas was actually just here, standing. Because Ivern would be quickly one-shot. Look at him. But yeah, now my Jinx got sacrificed. And look, I'm the biggest KDA player ever. As an assassin, or if you play any other champ. If your camps are up, don't risk it for the biscuit. Take your camps, be a happy man, and play safe. Now, we're going to the next phase. Playing for bot side and look for opportunities. Because now, well, I'm not sure if I can contest the Drake because all my camps are up. We're still losing. I'm just playing bot side and looking for opportunities. And I'm gonna tell you exactly what I'm looking for, okay? This is something I cannot explain in game. But essentially, I wanna clear my top side camps first. Then, okay, if top lane is very, very free, I'll go for it. But my main priority is still to look for bot lane. So I will take my red buff here. Base, very likely, okay? I don't remember exactly. But then I will clear these camps as well. Now I'll look for this or this only if Ivern is not there. Because if Ivern is mid lane, okay, we're never gonna win that. If Ivern is bot lane, we're never gonna win that. So now, do you see how enemy team took the Drake? I give objective for tempo and gold XP. Now, let's see what I do with my tempo, okay? I'm literally full clearing. Now, I'm thinking, if Smolder hits tower, I kill him. If not, I'll just dip. But right now, I see as well that the enemy red buff is up, and I'm playing Kha'Zix. So I'm like, okay, I can take it. So if you actually invade here, you should look minimap. Take a look here. Bot lane's missing. The Smolder went towards the top side. I should have pinged my Sylas in his face here. I didn't. And because my Zealand's here as well, right? I just do the objective. I can always jump out, worst case. So now my Sylas is moving. And I'm not gonna go on this guy, I'm gonna go on the Twisted Fate. You might be wondering why do I go for Twisted Fate? Because my Sylas and my Ivern my Sylas and Zillion can go on this target. No one can go on the Ivern. So we focus the same target. He tried to flash, he's dead. Now, after I took one kill, I'm now thinking, okay, can I continue here, yes or no? My answer is yes, because I have Zillion and Sylas with full HP. Zillion is very OP in these type of fights. So even if they killed me here, I get resurrected. But now I can see again, I'm playing like the biggest KDA player. I'm just pinging back and I'm like, good luck. If he dies, he dies. I care about getting tempo, okay? Like, I'm the biggest KDA player. I'm just seeing if I can get something. If yes, I go for it. If no, I don't. Now, my Silas managed to get a double kill because they wasted all their spells on me. What is next? Next is punish my matchup because I'm ahead and keep tempo. Take a look here, okay? Rift Herald spawning 30 seconds. I now got my Serpent's Fang as well. So, if you have the choice between taking your camps or enemy camps, if ahead, take the enemy camps. Because if you can basically kill him, or if you can't kill him, you can go from their jungle and literally even dive them if they take a troll trade. So now you see here, I'm looking for the Ivern here because I'm ahead. I'm a winning matchup now at this point. I see the Ivern here. Now I'm like, hold up. And I just one-shot him. Because now it has changed the matchup. Now instead of me losing, I'm winning. And you see as well this display here in mid lane, because I'm invading, if let's say Smolder went under tower, I could just dive him. That's the benefit of invading. Now, let's continue watching further, okay? Do you see the Rift Herald here? I want to ask you now a question. Do I take the Rift Herald here, yes or no? I'm gonna give you guys 5 seconds. The answer is no. Why is no? If you are winning and you can always take the objectives, take it later. You can't always take his camps, but you can always take the objectives if you're winning. So my job right now is to take his camps here, and then I can consider taking the Rift Herald. But if the Ivern is good, and he knows that he cannot contest his top side camps, he knows he cannot contest Rift Herald, he should probably look to play bot side, right? Knowing that he probably wants to play bot side, what do I want to do? I don't want to take this, actually. I just want to clear my camps, and then if Ivern ever goes for a ball in play, I match him, kill him. If he doesn't, right, I just full clear literally my camps, and then I go for the Rift Herald, and now my camps are respawning. I am not gonna go to golems here. The main reason why is because, like I said, I want to match the enemy jungler. So now, of course, there's a small window of me being down tempo, so I should ping them back if I think they're in danger. But here I can see that my Silas is moving towards the bot side. So, because Smolder is showing mid lane, and even my Phil 6 is here, they can do this play. I'm not gonna ping them back because my family is here, you know? But now, because I didn't take the Rift Herald and my Silas made a bot lane play, I now just cover mid lane. Now I'm basically the mid laner, Silas is the jungler. So now I'm going on Smolder, take a look how I fight this. So here as a jump on him, I should have smited the small one and then go on him. But in game I knew that there's no way I'm gonna lose to Smolder when I have 2 item power spike. So here I'm like just, yeah, killing him, you know? Anyway, do you see how I don't take this objective and I prioritize snowballing? Because I know for a fact that he can never do Rift Herald, and it's much better for me to just clear my camps. That's a very crucial tip I just gave you. If you have good tempo and keep on snowballing, it's cooked. Now, essentially we're coming to the phase where we're talking about how to play for objectives. Rift Herald is still up, Drake is still up. Now, because I see that both objectives are up, I almost always just want to full clear. I just want to get the good items. And then I want to think, which lane can I play through to get kills? Which is my mid lane now. My mid lane is now Thanos. Knowing I want to play for mid lane, okay, I have now a plan. The next thing I want to think about, okay, which laners of mine can die? Because no matter how good your plan is gonna fail if your laners die. So if my Phil 6 dies here, sucks. But yeah, I plan to play for Rift Herald basically, and play for the enemy camps, you see? So look, enemy Gromp spawning 15 seconds. So I'm basically looking to punish my matchup and play for the objective after. And guess what? Because I want to play for Rift Herald, and because I'm still winning, I see an Ivern here. Insta dead. Now, same principles before. Will I take the Rift Herald? No. I will take his camps first. I'm gonna make sure he's homeless. But now, I see that my Silas wants to look for flank and dive mid lane. So I'm like, okay, if it's a Send alone mid lane, we come from 2 sides, good. This is why you don't want to take an objective, because look, by me being in enemy jungle, I could have killed their top lane, I can kill their mid lane, and then I can take his camps, and then take the objective. So look here, now, okay, now it changes, right? Because now the Drake is spawning, and you don't want to be too greedy when it comes to taking enemy camps. If you can take, like, why do I take Rift Herald later? And why do I want to take Drake instantly? Because the faster you take Drakes, the faster you can stack it. Rift Herald is gonna be there till minute 20, so you're not in a hurry. Whereas Drake is a bit different, right? If you take it and you're winning, you force them to fight the 3rd or the 4th Drake. And of course, now if you have the choice between Drake or a kill, take the kill first. Because after you take the kill, right, you can get the objective. But one problem. Gwen was like 1v3ing us, almost. So I lost a bit more HP than I wanted to. But it still stands that I want to play for the Drake, right? Because I want to play for Drake, I'm gonna need to get healthy as soon as possible, spend my gold, and then play for it. But here I know that my Jinx being pushed in, I don't see anyone top lane, the Drake could be maybe gone. I'm not sure, but I think it's maybe gone, okay? But since I'm not sure here and I'm very strong, here I'm gonna check. Here I'm like, never mind, goodbye. It is what it is. I guess I'll just play for the top side and the Rift Herald still, right? So now I'm gonna play a bit forward, right? Look, I see that Rift Herald's almost despawning, but now I see a random fight here. So of course, before I fight here, I take a look at minimap. I see, okay, a smaller bot, my laner's on top lane. Guess what? I'm now gonna look for a fight. I have numbers. We should not be able to lose. And now, don't forget, Baron is spawning in 15 seconds. Boom. We now got a triple kill, and just like that, we now take the Baron. Now we're going to the phase of like how to use Baron and end the game. So, let's take a look here, okay? I see enemy camps. I don't have that much gold. So instead of me looking for a base, I'm like, well, I'll take the enemy camps and then base if I have to. But now, because I'm in the enemy jungle, I can literally flank them because I'm behind them. So now I see them basically overextended. I'm like, hold up. That is not legal. And now I'm literally just going to them and killing them. Boom. Another double kill. And that's the thing, right? By just invading, you see how many opportunities came because I'm in the enemy jungle, and then when they show, I have a good flank. Now, I'm gonna show you the following, okay? Look at my goal. Do you think I should base, yes or no? Here. Look what I do. I don't base here, I take the portal, and I clear my topside camps. You know why? I'm a fucking griefer. I should have 100% based here. Because look, you see how my laners now are on the map? And now I'm taking my camps. I have to base no matter what. Problem now is that, because I still have the base, if my laners decide to play up, I can't be there to help them, and they will die. So if you said yes, you should have based, that's correct. But how do you know it's correct? It's because Jinx, after pushing this wave, is gonna base, and my camps are far away. If I just base right here, take the portal, take this, I can follow my Jinx. Then if he plays aggressive, I'll be there. But now, because I'm taking the portal here, and then I'm taking my camps, I'm ruining my tempo here. Because I don't really need an item even right now, because I'm very strong already. I should have just based and be there on this mid lane wave right now with my Jinx. Allow him to play aggressive. And of course, I should have communicated to Sylas to not int, but let's focus more on our own gameplay, okay? Now, because I'm not with my laners here, right? Imagine I was with my Jinx here. I see this happening top lane. I would now be zooming top lane. I would probably kill the Grand as well. But because I actually fucked up my base timer here and didn't match my tempo with my laner's tempo, it was cooked. But now to remember as well, the whole point of Baron, okay, is to create numbers and man advantage. You know why I'm going bot lane here? It's because by me pushing bot lane here, I'll force someone to show here. And that's why I'm spamming in the back. Look at the chat. And as long as they don't die here, I get free gold and free XP. I get free everything. And when someone shows on bot lane here, I can rotate. Now let's see what happens. I'm pushing bot lane here. I now have forced the Grand to show here, okay? And because I have super minions, I can basically jail him here. Because pushing is very difficult. So now, as Grand is showing bot lane, I can now move into mid lane. And guess what? What did I just create? Man advantage. Now I found a Senna. And now Twisted Fate is dead as well. And now Ivern uses Flash. Simply because I pushed a silent wave, ping my laners to back. And that's how you want to use Baron if you play an Assassin. If you play a Bruiser that can push, I would still recommend you to do the same. But ideally, your laner should push. But in that case, no one could push, okay? Now we're at the phase, basically, where we're going to talk about if you can't end, what to do. The more ahead you are, the less risk you want to take. This is where all of you troll. Yes, all of you. Baron is spawning in 2 minutes. This is the moment people get impatient and they start hitting these towers. Bro, trust me, just play inner jungle. And now we're in the phase like how to choke them out and wait for a second Baron, right? So let's see how we do that. If I want to play top side here, I'll first clear my bot side. And as I clear my bot side here, I need to ping my laners here to play safe. Make sure they don't end because this is the only timer. You see, boom. I cannot help them. If they don't die here, I get my base off. We can take any fight. Just right now, just don't do anything. I'm just pinging them, please just don't do it. Now they're basing, wonderful. And even if they have topside control, it doesn't matter. The objective is not up yet. So now I get my item power spike. I actually forgot to ping my Silas to back off. So even I'm not communicating properly to my teammates consistently. Even though I'm not doing that, at least I know what I'm playing for and how I'm playing for it. So it still makes life easy, you know? Look now, I see my Jinx on the top lane. So he needs to push the wave out. So I'll wait for him. Of course, I see enemy blue buff. So I will try to yoink it if I can. And look here, I ping him back because look, my Silas is dead. Jinx top lane, I don't want to fight here. I spam ping him back here because he will ult in the moment he sees someone. Here I'm just trying to W them and scare them away. No one came, so I just take the blue buff. My Silas still dead. And you see what I'm doing? I'm just waiting for the Baron. And I'm just taking the wave here and then waiting for the Baron. And now, of course, I'm just spamming them back here. I see Silas is still super far away. You see how I'm like spamming them back? I don't want to take a 4v5. But now, even though I don't want to take a 4v5, if I see Phil6 ulting here and he finds a smolder and I can one-shot him, it is usually a good thing. So even though it's 4v5, you should still see if there's any free kill. Don't be that guy that's like, oh my god, it's a 4v5, we cannot fight. That is some skill, right? You need to be able to identify, is it a good or bad fight? And as well here, look, do you see how like, I'm not chasing them, bro? So many people I coach that love chasing the enemy team. Don't do that. Just go for the objective and they will come to you. You don't have to run to them. And if they don't come to you, you take an objective, which is Baron, right? So do you see how well I'm communicating? And every single small detail, doing that consistently is what's gonna help you. Now, usually on the second Baron, that's when you end. The first Baron, you get gold and XP. The second Baron, you look to basically end, okay? Because the first Baron, usually you can take all the tier 2s. The second Baron, you can like take tier 3s and end the game. Now, how do we end the game here with the second Baron? That's what we're gonna talk about right now, okay? First of all, I want my Jinx to be on the side lane because we want to play for top tower, right? And I want to be on the mid lane. Why do I want to be on the mid lane? Because if I'm on the mid lane, I push it out, I'll force someone to show here, and then I just rotate from here to here. While I'm showing mid lane here, I have one job. Them to not die. Because what if they drop the mid lane wave and just fight top lane? It's bad, right? For my top. So as long as they don't fight right here, and wait till someone shows mid lane, then they can fight. Boom. Now we see Senna. Now we see Gwen. Now if there's any fight, it's gonna be a +1 for us. So look at me right now. Free kill. Do you see how I'm getting numbers here? And how I'm coming back from losing lanes into winning the game by just still jungle tracking, still doing things continuously. The most difficult thing when you're losing lanes is that people get lazy with jungle tracking. Why is that? And that's maybe you included. You think it's lost. It's not fucking lost. You just don't know how to play with losing lanes and don't see losing lanes as opportunities. And you're probably screwing up your tempo. And because of that, you can't be at the right place at the right time to punish people. But do you see here how I'm just buffing the shit? Okay, I actually could have killed him here. I just didn't see the Fiddlesticks. I trolled here, by the way. Fiddlesticks had a banger ult. Now I just killed them. And in the end, what ended up happening is that my Jinx came, I believe. And they just aced them. And that's how I got the bread. But do you see how like from losing early game here, okay, it became a winning game. My laners were literally like not doing well. Senna, TF doing well against these guys. Smolder 4-0. My top lane's losing. But as long as you have good tempo, drop your laners if you have to, and make plays guaranteed, you just win games. And that's basically how you do it. And if you want to know more in detail, step by step on how to do the things, basically I explain all of those things on my courses. And I'm telling you, it's literally a goldmine, telling you the theory, the steps, and the structured way to like improve. And if you do that and you do the things that I tell you, combine it with my YouTube videos, you will climb for sure. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Like I said, you just need to understand what to do if lanes are losing. Can you win every single game if lanes are losing? No. But if you know what to focus on, you will win at least 20 to 25% of the 3 losing lanes. I guarantee you that. Now, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys have all a nice, wonderful day. And see you guys in the next one. Much love, guys. Peace!